Cheers.
How's it going, guys? Damn, this is a full room. My name is Estefania. I am a Latina, in case my earrings didn't give you that. Oh, nice. Latina, nice. But I don't have any of the perks of being a Latina. You know, for example, I don't have an hourglass figure. But I do have like greasy hair, a permanent mustache, and like a really bad intolerance to chili. Yeah, everyone's like, don't you find that you're overtly sexualized being a Latina? I'm like, no, I don't have that problem. Growing up, the vibe was very like body shaped like a goddess. And for me, I'm pretty stout, so for me, it's more like body shaped like a rhombus. And I'm okay with that. But yeah, so I grew up in Miami, Florida. My family is Panamanian, but I live here in London, which makes for some like conflicting observations, right? Like my family in Panama are always like, you are so American. And my friends in Miami are like, I just think you're really Latino. But all you guys in London are just like, I just find you really jarring. I get it. I'm on your level. I was at a restaurant the other day and there was a table of American girls right next to me. And I was listening into their conversation because I had no choice. And I just thought to myself, I was like, next time someone asks me if I'm from America, I'm going to be like, no hablo inglés. Done. Easy. So I grew up in Miami, Florida. Anyone ever been to Miami, Florida? Yeah. Any words? Like what comes to mind when you think about Miami? Correct. Anything else?
Faded.
What?
Faded.
Faded? Yeah. Faded as in like wasted? Or faded as in like melting away? Yeah. So that's sort of the vibe there. Miami is like a very toxic swampland built on dirty money. It's filled with beautiful Latin American women and men who like to fuck alligators. Sort of the vibe there. Growing up, I'm only realizing now that a lot of my friends' dads were actually drug dealers, right? Like I had one friend whose dad was 35, picked her up in a yellow Lamborghini from school once, and I thought, Gabriela, what does your dad do for a living? And she said, I think he's an entrepreneur. You just have to watch like one season of Ozark to figure out what that means. It's all you got to do. But it's interesting. I decided to move to London, right? So I could diversify my friend group. And by that, I mean leave the dirty money from Miami so I could like maybe marry into the royal family or something, hoping that being Latina would like deem me interesting or exotic enough, that something like that could happen. So I decided to make friends in high places. And I befriended a girl called Cressida. I don't know if do you guys know her? Is she here? And I knew that Cressida came from money because when I asked her, she said, oh no, babe, I'm not rich. I'm upper middle class. That's how you knew. And now I'm really good friends with Cressida's friend group, Millie, Tilly, Lolly, Pilly, and Molly. We're all always hanging out, having a blast together. Absolutely. No, it's amazing. It's a lot of women supporting women. Like, they'll all just, like, support each other when they leave their jobs and things like that. Like, Molly would be like, isn't it so noble of Lily that to leave her job as a lawyer to start that line of bamboo-based yoga leggings? She's just gotten VC funding. And it turns out the VC's just her dad. It's amazing. I live in East London. Anyone ever go to East London? Yeah? Woo! Yeah, I just wanted to live by Brick Lane or in that area because I love vintage shopping. I love shopping secondhand. I really love to know where my pieces are from. So I came across this like super cute little place called Cash Converters. It's so adorable. And I got this necklace there, and I was like, I need to know the provenance of this piece. So I asked the man, I was like, who made this? Like, tell me the story. Like, who brought this in? And they told me that someone dropped it off hours earlier because they needed money to buy crack. So shop local. Yeah, shop local. I'm the daughter of an immigrant. So I don't know if if you grew up with the son or daughter of an immigrant, you know that like your parents worked really hard so that, you're not allowed to complain. And I've been talking a lot to my mom about things like mental health. It's going okay. I'll be like, Mom, I have this thing called anxiety, like, have you ever felt this way? Like, do you know what I mean? And she goes, I heard about it, but I never seen it. I'll leave you on this. I started to be a little bit more open about my bisexuality. Mainly because being quiet about it wasn't getting me enough attention. And I have friends that tell me, they're just like, like Estefania, like you should ditch men altogether. Like men are trash, men are trash. And while I do agree, like men can be trash sometimes, I just really do love to recycle. Thanks guys, I've been Estefania.
Yeah, give a round of applause, Estefania.